Hey everyone, it's Brian Underwood. I want to welcome you to the Just Be You show. I'm super excited about this starting podcast. It's something I've been talking about doing for 2 years or 3 years, and always pushing it off to do something else or being hesitant because I was trying to figure out the perfect way to do it. And as many of us know, the key to doing it is just to do it. Don't mess good up for perfect. So this is the first show. I'm super excited about it. And the purpose of this is number one, just to bring to you hopefully value to your life by bringing you either content or experiences that I've had over 27 years as an entrepreneur and in life, and being able to travel the globe and speak to thousands and thousands of people, and through a lot of setbacks, a lot of business trials and tribulations. There's a lot of wisdom that I've learned from that, and I know perspective, is a lot of times in retrospective. So if I can bring value to your life to where it allows you to go through your journey a little bit faster, a little bit further, then that is the outcome. And the original focus is just to, focus on anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, just quick hits, high intensity content to where you can take a nugget or two and apply it to your life. I'm a big believer that right now, I think there's so much self-development, there's so much great content, there's so many great thought leaders, or if you want to call them quote unquote influencers. We can get caught up in the muck of all of the stuff or all of the noise. You could literally spend the next 10 lifetimes on all the content that are on podcast. And so for me, I think it's about doing. It's not always just about reading or learning, but it's about doing. And through the doing, we learn a lot more and we gain a lot more perspective. So, one of the things that has inspired me to do this is a couple things. Number one is for my own learning. I learn as I talk and I do. I gain more perspective. I believe that action creates strategy for us to accomplish our goals. So this is an action thing for me to do. And number two, I think that it's to give value to other people and, leave a legacy behind, even for my kids, that this is going to stay out there in the virtual world. And so what I hope to accomplish, if one person can take one thing and it shifts the vision that they have for themselves, or it shifts, their belief in what they can do more, or they can take a tip, or they can take an actual strategy or tool to make their life better, then it was a win-win-win. And so that's what inspired me. That's what you can expect. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Brian Underwood. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. My dad used to always say that we're a little bit behind here in Kentucky, but we're worth waiting on. If the world came to an end, you'd still have 5 years left if you came to Kentucky. So hopefully you come visit Kentucky. I joke around and say all great things are from the bluegrass state. We have fast horses. We have the Kentucky Derby, which we're known for. We have Muhammad Ali. We have Kentucky Fried Chicken. We have Abraham Lincoln's birthplace. But it's home. It's a great place to raise a family. And so very proud of it. And, my background started 27 years ago as I was a basketball player. That was my whole life, was athletics. And I saw my high school basketball coach get started as an entrepreneur, and started making $1 million a year. And he came and talked to my dad. My dad was a CPA by profession. He built one of the largest CPA firms in the state of Kentucky before you could even solicit business. And my dad came from nothing. He's one of my heroes. And one of the things that he always ingrained in me is it's not where you're at. It's more important to where you're going. And so he built his business off finding the people that were just getting started in business. He said, because they're small now, if you believe in them, a lot of those small guys turn into big guys. And I think that's really important, because every thought leader that we hear today, wherever we see someone that we look up to as a mentor, they started the same place that we all start, somewhere between scared and nervous, just like my dad did. And so my basketball coach came and he pitched my dad on this business opportunity, and my dad looked at him, and being the typical accountant, was a little bit conservative. and he passed on the opportunity. But as he left, I looked at my dad and I said, I want to make money. Can I do that? And I'll never forget my dad pausing and thinking for a few minutes. And he said, yep, you can. So he called my basketball coach back. He turned around, came back, and got me involved. And the reason I'm saying that is my dad paused for a second because he thought, hey, it would be great for Undy to get out there in the real world, knock on some doors, get some no's, find out that it's not easy. And, it was a great learning lesson and great perspective because I took it, I think, a lot more serious than my dad thought that I would. While I was going to school part-time or full-time and playing basketball, I was doing that part-time. And, I was so young and full of vinegar and confidence. I didn't even think twice about it. And so started doing that and was able to generate six figures as an entrepreneur in my first entrepreneurship venture. But I learned a ton, from that first experience. And so you fast forward 27 years later, and here I am with a lot of trials and tribulations between then and now. And more importantly, now we're developing a company through community-based marketing, true innovation, and creating a brand new marketplace as we commercialize the first ketone products out in the market. And so along the way, I had the opportunity to meet some great mentors, some great individuals that I was able to learn from, take advice from, and then the good old school of hard knocks as well. And so I'm excited about sharing some of those with you, some of my passions, some of my perspectives. Obviously, starting with today, my dad, the whole philosophy of it's not where someone's at, it's where they're going. So always believe in other people and believe in yourself. As he used to drop me off for school every single day, he would say, be positive and confident in all you do. Be positive and confident in all you do. And so if there's any takeaway from today, the very first podcast, I would challenge you to be positive and confident in all you do the same way my dad did, and start programming your mindset for success. And start creating that your own affirmation, because I truly believe that all of us are born with some amazing gifts, but those gifts have to be developed, and you can program yourself and start programming yourself not based on what your mind is telling you, but start telling your mind what you want it to believe. And so I'll say this, that you can only build something to the level that you believe it can be built, and the belief starts with you and the belief in yourself. And so with that being said, pursue better. Better is about just constant improvement, 1% each and every day. And I'm going to start bringing you more and more thoughts and tips and strategies and tools that either I've experienced or learned from, or maybe interview some of my friends and mentors as well on here. So with that being said, be positive and confident in all you do. We will see you on the next episode. So thank you so much for listening.